cry. The years may seem long, they soon pass by. Make every hour as gay as spring. Oh love, let's sing. Give your soul to the wind that blows to the trees. Be free, be free.
Under 17 not admitted without parents or guardian.
Eyeball. Don't blink. Don't turn around. Don't even move. Now you'll witness the most blinding horror ever seen. How far can you go before your eyes leave your body? Eyeball.
We don't guarantee that your eyes will leave your body on tonight's show, but we certainly hope they will. Because
Yeah.
that's just who we are. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. What's been going on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like it was just yesterday we did our last show, right?
Right.
I know. Yeah, it was a busy June for both of us. So it was just better that we not do any programs. Plus, absence makes the heart grow fonder, or so they say. I don't know. We'll see.
It sure does. Hey, congratulations. I saw your print ad in the Grindhouse releasing thing that just came in the email, the last email about us coming to you guys. Yeah. And if you're coming
they asked me to
go ahead.
They asked me to make that for the screening in Toronto, which was at the Review Cinema, and I managed to go back. The Review Cinema has a nice, updated logo right now, and I went back and I found like a vintage logo for the Review, and when I put it together to make it look like it was period, and boy, that second the second movie, the Death Molester's Barn of Blood, it has to be seen to be believed. And even then, you may not believe it. So it's going to be an exciting event for sure. Scum of the Earth and Death Molester's Barn of Blood. It's in Toronto, I think July 18th. So, chances are, I don't know, Eldon might be able to go. I'm not sure where Eldon lives. Canada's pretty big.
If you're patient, you can come to the drive-in Monsterama because they announced that yesterday, I believe, that's going to be one of the 8 movies.
Yeah. It was just announced.
Yeah. So
I already knew because Grindhouse told me.
Ah.
Right? He said it really nonchalant too, like, "Oh, and we're also going to be at the Riverside Drive-In," and I'm like, I've been to every single one of those. I go every year, twice a year, so yeah, I'll be there and I'll see it and I'll love it.
I know, I'm so excited about it. So yeah. Sorry, I swallowed a pill. Funny heads. Do you hear me coughing?
Just now, you were taking pills right before we went live.
Well, you got to take pills before we do the show.
That explains a lot.
It does, yeah. But that's awesome.
Yeah, that's exciting, and I'm going to be doing an ad gallery as well for their Scum of the Earth Blu-ray. I've already done it, so hopefully that will not be too long before we get it in our hot little hands on disc. This is going to be the first really, truly nice fixed up version of an SF Brown Rig movie that there has been yet.
Yeah.
There's been Blu-ray releases for Don't Look in the Basement and Don't Open the Door, but they're not all fixed up like from the original negatives, and it looks as good as it can, but sometimes those prints played a lot of theaters and they got beat up on a regular basis. So it's hard to find one that's in decent shape.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see it in the drive-in. I mean, that's where it belongs, right?
I think so, yeah. And I really hope they get to unearth Keep My Grave Open.
Yeah.
Because I think that's sort of like a movie that more people should see. I think we've done that on the show already, but maybe that was before some of you started following us. And it's a really underseen film with a terrific performance by Camilla Carr. Maybe a little bit too derivative of Psycho, but who cares?
I mean, if we were worried about movies being derivative, we wouldn't watch any Italian ones. So.
Right. Let's not bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I might bitch. I can't say I won't.
But last time we talked, it was May. We missed all of June. We slept through all June, so not slept through it, but we missed you guys all through.
I sure didn't sleep through it.
No, God no. I was in Alabama for a while. I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing?
Work stuff, nothing fun.
Yeah.
And I went to a Buc-ee's, which was pretty exciting. And first one. And also, Beck and I were in North Carolina for movie stuff, which was pretty fun. We went and saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the house where they filmed. What do you call it? I'm brain farting tonight. I'm getting old. Between 52 and 53 is the worst year, I think, of all of them. Uh, yeah, we went there, and there's tons of Dealer De Laurentiis stuff that was shot there. Trick or Treat was shot there, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. But we were there for Silver Bullet, which is pretty exciting. And they actually, for years, people had thought that the house that the hero lives in was gone because it wasn't anywhere in the old addresses where it was. And turns out that the person who owned the house loved the house. When Target bought the property to build a strip mall, he paid to have his whole house picked up and moved like 3 miles away. So
I love it.
The garage is a little different. It's in a much better neighborhood now, but it's pretty amazing that they did that. And Craig Edwards, who's in the chat sometimes, was very kind enough to take us all through the city. And we got to see where Empire Records, which he's in, was shot. We actually had lunch where Empire Records, the facade of Empire Records is. A lot of Super Mario Brothers, the Bob Hoskins one. Got to see a lot of locations from that. Cat's Eye, got a lot of photos of Cat's Eye photos, which is pretty cool. I love that movie. And King Kong Escapes was shot there as well, the De Laurentiis sequel. And he told us that when Carolco bought the building, they took the King Kong head out into the parking lot and set it on fire. And he's like, "What? Couldn't you donate it to somebody or something?" He said the remnants of the head stayed in the parking lot for a long time. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's just rude. I'll come right out and say it.
Yeah. Also, what do you call it? Was shot there too. One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek. If you like those shows, not going to judge you if you do. I don't know anything about them, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see all these. And I Know What You Did Last Summer. The department store spoiler, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character gets killed. We went there, and it was closed, but we could see it from the outside. And then the opposite side of the street literally is where the Park Festival in the beginning of Silver Bullet is. So that was probably the most amazing thing, is like so many locations are within blocks of each other because, they had good luck with these houses. Do you know what I mean? And they were like, oh, it's like the same house, the same school was used for Dream a Little Dream, Blue Velvet, and Trick or Treat. Because it's so big and it has so many different quarters and like outside parts that they could use it. The house from Dream a Little Dream is directly right across the street. So pretty wild how much stuff was in that neighborhood. So yeah, we had a really good time, and we ate way too much barbecue to the point where I did not feel well for like a week.
Ew.
Yeah, but it's
Did
good.
you get it from a gas station somewhere?
No, Cookout, which is a chain of restaurants where for like $10 you get a ton of food. Like the sides you can get, like a quesadilla or a hot dog is considered a side dish at Cookout.
You got it at a gas station with this crazy old man working there, and there was this lady with long blonde hair in the background screaming.
Have you ever gone to that there's a gas station in the north side that has fried chicken.
Yeah, Quicket,
yeah.
I lived 2 blocks away from Quicket. Of course I ate from there.
Yeah, their chicken's awesome.
I didn't think it was anything all that great. I lived right next to Wilson's Barbecue for years, and I never ate there.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was able to walk by and look in the window, and I was like, I'm never ordering a fucking thing from there.
Don't ever look in the kitchen or the window. Just enjoy the food. I ate at a Smithfield barbecue too, which if you go to the drive-in, we get to see the Smithfield ad all the time for the sandwich that looks really gross. Chris always calls it out whenever we're watching it. He's like, "Oh, a lot of people got botulism from that sandwich." We went to the restaurant. The restaurant we did not get botulism, as far as I know. It was very good.
Oh, thank God.
So, yeah. Also, other Northside news for you. Did you know that the Dirty Bird was voted worst grocery store in the U.S.?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a high honor.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that you're talking about the Cedar Avenue Giant Eagle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That place was really scary. Like every time I went in there, if you didn't get accosted in the parking lot by somebody with a story about they left their truck parked on the bridge because they ran out of gas and they have to get to Lawrenceville, and all they need is like $40.
Yeah.
If you didn't get one of those on the way in, you definitely got it on the way out. And while you were in there, you were likely to be assaulted by one of the other patrons too. I was at the
someone
deli.
working there.
Yeah. Well, I was at the deli one day, and this guy like turned around. He was in line in front of me, and he was like, "Back the fuck up." I was like, I'm standing here just like everybody else. I'm not going to back up just because you're paranoid, delusional now. Ugh.
I call that big man. And when someone comes up to you, and the first thing they always say is, big man, a question for you.
Oh, yeah. I hate that.
And they're like, I need it's always a very exact number. I need $17.51 to get to Lawrenceville.
That must make it sound more legit to them.
I got one once. This guy was like, I was in McKeesport's another great place to get big man. I was at a Get-Go in McKeesport, and the guy's like, big man, I need $14.11 to fill this gas can. And I was like, okay. And he's like, my family is 2 miles, and this is like the middle of winter. My family is 2 miles down the road. We were at Dave and Buster's all night, and there were a lot of black kids, and you did not use that term, driving us crazy. So we left. And I'm like, you lost me already, right? And he's like, and I need to get, I said, well, why don't I just give you a ride? Oh, I don't want a ride. I don't want any charity. I just want $14. I'm like, no, you don't. But it's always like these incredibly specific things. They'll give you something else. Please give me your address so I can write back to you and give you no, I'm not giving you my house address.
There was a lady that used to walk around downtown Pittsburgh who did that, and she was dressed really nice in a business suit, and she had a nice handbag and everything, and she got everybody, like all the new people in the union that started working. They're like, oh, I gave this lady $20, and I'm like, yeah, did she look like this? And they're like, yeah. She might bring it back. And I told her where I worked, and she was going to bring it back and give it back to me. No, she isn't.
No. The best I got in Get-Go was some guy said, hey, buddy, or big guy, or whatever he would call me. He's like, yeah.
Boss,
do you like stereos? I'm like, sure. It's like, in my car right now, I have a $20,000 stereo system. I don't want it. My wife's been really crazy about it. And so I just want to get rid of it. I'll take $2,000. Meanwhile, I took a look at it, and like it looked like it still had like pieces of drywall attached to it. Like it had been ripped out of somebody's house. Like, in a hurry. And I was like, nah. And he's like, you're missing out on a big deal. And of course, at this point, the Becca comes out of this room, gets cigarettes, and says, why are you talking to people now? It's like,
it's your fault.
I know. I have that kind of face, that big, dumb, fat, friendly face that says, please try to screw me out of my hard-earned money.
I don't think it's fat and dumb. I think you look intimidating.
Oh, thank you. I never think I do. But
thank you. Is that what you want to look? You want to look intimidating?
Yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, I was like, man, I want people to be afraid of me. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather, people were afraid of my grandfather. He was like a big dude who would like get in a fight with you as soon as talking to you. I'm like, that's who I want to be. and like, I probably should have wanted to be like my dad. Like my dad's like the friendliest, nicest human being that ever lived. But I was like, as a kid, I'm like, no, I want to be tough. That's how I was raised. I'm getting some Iron John bullshit here. But anyways.
Yeah, let's talk about Eyeball.
Let's talk about Eyeball. Man, Eyeball. Now, you said to me...
It will grab you.
It will grab you. I know other times in your life you've watched these two movies. You maybe didn't love them. My hope tonight is that you fall in love with Eyeball. Because I will say, Eyeball's got the poster... If the poster was made into a movie, the poster is great, right? It's like the poster has like a sexy girl holding her eye. Something's happened. The Grim Reaper's done something to her eye. It's Eyeball's a way better title than the Italian title, Red Cats in a Maze. Like, yeah, okay. Because I had to have cats because we're post Argento here. But Eyeball, we've talked about it before. Now's the time to really get into it. We've talked about the dumbest police in Jawa. Everybody in the world of this movie is dumb. They want to be on vacation so bad that they are just going to keep it going after people die. Like people sitting next to them on a bus have died. And yet they're going to keep doing it. I lost you for a second. Did you lose me?
Yeah, sorry, that was my own fault. I tried to open up IMDb,
Oh.
and it sucks all the system resources right out of your computer.
Yeah. It's really the worst website ever. I mean,
I was hoping you would just ramble.
I just read an article. I did ramble. I mean, I'm good at that. I think the other thing too is like, speaking of how bad IMDb is now, like, did you see that Rotten Tomatoes wants to be like Letterboxd, and they built like a Letterboxd kind of part of the site? Because they're like, oh, why is Letterboxd cool? Yeah, they're like, why is Letterboxd cool and everybody hates us? Because you have a shitty logo and you put it all over posters, and we don't care, right? Like, I hate them. But anyway, Eyeball.
I want to say the reason I was looking on IMDb is I wanted to find the review I wrote of Eyeball maybe 20 years ago on IMDb.
Ooh,
I like to go back and read old things that I wrote, and oh my god, some of my opinions have completely turned around, and I'm like, why did I write like that? I was just like, doing an MST3K thing with a lot of those, and that's really that didn't age well.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I
think
that's the thing we learn about movies as we continue, and they're not the same movie that we saw years ago.
That's true. I've seen a lot more films between Eyeball and today. So,
between one eyeball and the other eyeball.
Yeah. I can't remember where I first saw it. I know I don't think I bought it, but Anchor Bay, I think they put it out. I know they put out Autopsy, our second movie, and that was a blind buy for me. Ooh. Because I saw a trailer and I was like, oh my God, that movie is going to be fucking amazing. And well, my opinion back then was that Autopsy was not fucking amazing. But like I said, I haven't even watched them this week yet. Usually I prepare myself, but no, this is going to be the first time I watched those movies probably in over 20 years. So I'm actually excited to see them again, because I'm probably going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, I love them. I'm loading up my review here so I can see what I said. I mean, if you're looking for a movie with injuries to eyes and you've already seen Dead and Buried, this is probably a good one, right?
Or Headless Eyes.
Yeah, Headless Eyes. Jason Bateman's dad's Headless Eyes.
Mansion of the Doomed came after this.
Yes, it did. There's also the Lombardo Bava Giallo that just came out, that a woman is a giant eyeball in too, and Fender Syndrome just put that up. But the reason to watch this is really, it's Umberto Lenzi. I mean, he made before this, he made some great Giallo, and this one I think is as good. I really dig it, and he would go on to make Nightmare City, Cannibal Ferox, Ghost House. Right? These are heartwarming movies, at least for me. So
he makes great Giallo. He puts pieces of fruit in his.
Oh yeah, exactly. One of the main characters, any one of them could be the killer in this. They lost their eye. They say the line's like, "I was like you before this friend of mine ripped an eye out, playing doctor with me, leaving him with the empty socket." The killer is somebody with an empty socket.
I hate when that happens.
Oh my God! The killer is all in red instead of black. He's got red gloves, and
haven't they heard of a glass eye?
No.
Sammy Davis Jr. had one. Sandy Dennis.
Who Loves You, Baby?
Or Sandy Duncan.
Duncan, yeah. Sandy Duncan did it because she put mascara into her eye.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's how she.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she sued because she got mascara too close to her eye and it ruined her eye. So she won a lot of money. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would always just stare at her eye and as a kid, I'm like, oh, that's Sandy Duncan's eye. Which eye is it? This movie's kind of, I hate using this term. Let's say it's progressive. It's very progressive. There's an interracial lesbian couple. In 1975, the Italians were so cosmopolitan. Do you know what I mean? This is something 50 years later, we're still I don't know if I can get my head around that. Umberto Lenzi's of course we can. Now,
that was old hat by 1975, because in 1972, that was amok with that shower scene. So,
Yeah. But also, it's I realized that the world of the Giallo is kind of yeah, it's kind of like it's progressive, but also can we watch? Like that isn't progressive. There's still the male gaze, and there's still like two girls. Wow. Also, like I love like in Torso when the African American girl comes to that small town, everybody reacts as if an alien has descended upon the town.
It's like is that the first time you've seen a person with brown skin?
Yeah, ever. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is a movie though with an Italian director and a Spanish crew, so there's some great dubbing. Yeah, and there's one line. My favorite line is "Oh my God, you're not a communist, are you?" There's red highlights in every scene, and it's fun. I don't know. I like it. There's an eyeball killer. How did Fulci not get to make this? He had to be enraged. He's like, "This is me. I tried. Here's my script," and they're like, "No, sorry." He had not yet become the godfather of gore at that point. So I think a couple years later, people are like, maybe he should make Eyeball 2. That would have been the...
Wow.
Yeah.
It will grab you again.
It'll grab you again, yeah. Joseph Brenner, Mike's right, put out a lot of Lindsay stuff. Just the trailer is great for this. I often like to think, though, today, as film geeks, we like really categorize and know all the genre are in the same place, even know the name of it, the floaties of it. We get, some of us, I'm speaking to myself, I'm looking at myself, talking to you, Sam, get way too obsessed about the different types of genre, even how we call it and what we say of it. And back then, I don't think anybody realized, like, oh, it's another one of those Italian movies. They weren't like, oh, this is also from Lenzi and this has this person and it has this theme. Nobody cared. I just like to think about those times when it was like, oh, well, there's a movie called Eyeball and we're going to the drive-in to see it. And
this is Lenzi, right? I didn't get that mixed up. Okay.
Umberto Lenzi, yeah.
Umberto Lenzi.
Umberto Lenzi, who did a whole bunch of Carol Baker movies like 10 years before this. And made Ghost House. Forever, we should... La Casa 4. We should, as always, say... Who's more popular, Simon Le Bon or...
Way after Simon Le Bon's peak.
Yeah. Also, they're like... there's a lot of talk in Ghost House about chili recipes. I love it. Ghost House is my biggest example of a movie where it's like, this is... I know 40% of this movie was shot in America. I get it. Like, there was some exteriors, there's some stuff in it. The rest is shot in Italy. You don't have to convince us that it was shot in America. We get it. Like, we're big enough now. We can get our minds around the fact that movies can be made in different countries, right? But they're like, we're going to make this the most American movie ever. It's like Extraterrestrial Visitors. The kid has a pennant for every single sport. And they just say football, baseball. And it's like, no, it's cool. We get it. You're in Spain.
Things go wrong there, too.
Yeah.
In Spain.
They can. We don't have to be... We're American. Let's talk about American killings. This is a vacation. This is another movie that whenever Beck is like, we should go on this type of vacation. This is an example movie where I'm like, because always it's a zombie. I'm like, I don't want to go on a cruise because we'll go to Matul and shit goes wrong when you get, as soon as you get in the boat.
Oh.
Like it's just horrible, right?
That place is bad news.
Matul's the worst. And this is the same way. We should go on a bus tour of Italy. And I'm like, I know some people that did that. And one by one, they were going off and their eyes were taken. And
one by one, and they never left either.
They never left. And
they were like, I'm not leaving this tour. I still want to get my money's worth.
I see people at hotels lose their mind if like one thing's wrong in their room whenever I'm going to places for work. And it's like none of these people were, I guess this is pre-Yelp, right? Like if, yeah. David, I just brought up the spaghetti eating scene absurd last night. Someone was saying that they had never seen it. And I'm like, well, it's in America, maybe Pittsburgh, except everybody gathers in a house that is totally an Italian house that is super old and eats from giant bowls of spaghetti while watching the Super Bowl. Oh my God. Italy in America is the greatest trend of all of them, right? For me. This is not. This is Italy and Spain in Italy and other places as we go on the road. Man, the killer looks cool in this. Yeah, how good of a deal did they get?
The killer looks like Don't Look Now.
He or she, they look like Don't Look Now, but not a little person. Spoiler.
Oh, you know it's a dude.
Yes. Well, we'll see. Yeah, it's always a guy. Come on.
A woman would never dig an eyeball out. Should do something else.
Yeah. Only guys get that horribly specific about stuff. Like a woman would just like stab you. A guy would be like, I have to have the eyeball. I must touch it.
Mimsy Farmer did some crazy shit though in Four Flies.
She is the best. I really see her as the heroine of that movie. I love her in that movie.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear more about Mimsy Farmer, good news. Give me about 2 hours. You're going to get a whole bunch of it for the second movie.
Yeah.
For Autopsy. Oh,
stay tuned.
Oh my God, she's in so much trouble in the second movie. But look at that. The logo's great. It's a skull. You may never live to see. You could die while watching.
Never live to see. Yeah. Why would you go to that movie? They promised you.
If someone dies, they didn't even have to buy insurance, like the William Castle insurance. They're just like, look, we told people in the ad. We're like, it's the most terrifying movie ever, most terrifying vision of horror ever. You might not live to see the end of it. So I think, like old whiskey left in your dad's house, this is not as potent as it was when it was bottled. You might get like nauseated or something during this tonight when you watch it. But Bill and I take no responsibility if you die while watching this. We know
it's not our fault.
It's not our fault. Don't sue us. Sue Tubi or wherever you watch it on.
YouTube.
Sue the YouTubes.
He's the one that had eyeball.
Yeah.
Tubi does have Autopsy, but Autopsy's also on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I provided that one. It was a nice fix.
I think if we're going to compare the two movies tonight, Eyeball is, I think Autopsy is the smarter of the two movies by a hair.
Well, a lot of movies are smarter than Eyeball.
I know,
if
exactly.
I remember correctly.
Yeah, but like Autopsy, like tries to work in like this premillennial tension, end of the world, sunspots, suicide cults kind of thing. Eyeball's just like this.
It's weirder.
Yeah, it's a lot weirder. And Eyeball's just like, I like to stab people in the fucking eye. And yeah, cool, we can deal with it. You might die while you're watching.
Cut it right the fuck out.
Yep.
Ugh. Eye violence. It's so Italian.
There used to be, back in the days of collecting comics, the Overstreet guide that you would get and would tell you what comics to buy. It would say, this is an injury to eye issue. And like those issues always sold for more because the Comics Code would pull those ones. So if there was like the old EC ones with like a knife coming for someone's eye, people were like, oh, that's worth more money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is before women started buying comics. This is just when weird pervy dudes buy comics. It hasn't changed that much, I'm here to tell you. But yeah. Oh.
So, when we chose these two movies, I was like, oh, we have to do Autopsy because it's a natural double feature. It wasn't. I was really wrong about that.
But I thought the same thing. I've always put these two together.
Did you?
Yeah.
Or is that just because I said that?
No, I have always put these two together.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, they go hand in hand. And I was wrong. It was Suspiria that was repackaged with Eyeball.
Wow.
In 1979, as we will see as we flip through these ads. But for now, enjoy this one from San Francisco. I was able to find that it played with Autopsy. Very, very special thanks to the Scene of Screen 13, a page on Facebook. It's curated by a guy named Raleigh. He finds some great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a couple of tonight's ads from Raleigh's page. So thank you, Raleigh, for finding these.
The logo for Eyeball is pretty rad, though. Like
I like it.
There's some thought behind the font and stuff, so I like that.
It should be a T-shirt.
It should.
Because, okay, well, here's where I can finally talk about why that movie disappointed me. Because I thought it was about a killer eyeball.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really know what it was about, but the tagline was, it will grab you. And I'm like, the eyeball is going to grab you? Is it like the crawling eye?
Yeah.
Tentacles? But unfortunately, it was not a killer eyeball movie. It was just a giallo.
Yeah. I can see maybe how young Bill would be like very disappointed by this because you're like, what?
I'm talking about young Bill, like 1978 Bill.
That's what I'm thinking.
Was about an octopus eyeball, but older Bill realized that wasn't what it was about. I knew it was a giallo when I watched it for the first time, like in the 90s, I guess it was. Look at this one.
Yeah, look at this triple feature. Wow.
Curse of the Headless Horseman up last.
Yeah.
to either clear the lot or please the hell out of everybody.
What a quality leaping. Like, I think of Halloween as like one of the higher quality horror movies of all time. And then you have Eyeball, and then you're like, here's Curse of the Headless Horseman. A bunch of hippies that start a stunt farm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that movie. I love this triple feature. This is we would go to this and Becca would be like the only good, she would have to sleep through Eyeball, wake up for Halloween, go back to bed for Curse of the Headless Horseman.
Unless they showed Halloween first.
Yeah. That would be perfect for her.
Sometimes, usually at the drive-ins I went to, the main feature was second. They would show the co-feature first. And then if there was a third one, it was never the feature. And then some places would show the main feature over again after the B feature played, if they didn't show it first.
Ooh. Do you think people I don't think this. I know my answer is no, but I'd like to know your answer. Do you think people are like, oh, Joseph Brenner, he gave us this. Obviously, he knows quality.
Name recognition for Joseph Brenner.
Yeah, he's like not like William Castle had his own fan club for being a producer, but like,
no, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. People are like, Joseph Brenner, come on.
This is kind of cool. Look at this.
Oh my God.
House of Exorcism. Lindsay Lava on the same lineup.
And Calendar Girls.
Well, that's on the other screen, I think.
Yeah.
Second feature, Swinging Pussycats.
Yeah. Would you say Calendar Girls is a Playboy's delight? But
yes.
I like that the name of this theater is in quotes because it might not be the name. Like, it's the 66. Wow.
This was in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Also, Swinging Pussycats also in quotes because that might not be the title too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And House of Exorcism in quotes. Yeah.
That really isn't the title.
Whoa. I like Eyeball and House of Exorcism together. I think that's a good fun night.
In all fairness, though, House of Exorcism is not Lisa and the Devil. It has the possession footage cut into it. So
yeah,
it is its own thing, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, it has a separate IMDb listing or a Letterboxd listing. So.
Jeffrey, you sort of alluded to this with your comment. The hills have eyeballs. Well, feast your eyeballs on this.
Yeah. You know what's cool about this ad? Like, they really played with, forgive the pun, they played with your eye within the ads because you have to turn kind of your head to read it, and it kind of really draws you through the ad. Like, it's a really cool design trick. Like, it's really well thought out compared to a lot of other ads. And I love that the skull's straight on and the eyes turned. Like, this is a great ad.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this image manipulated before, and the skull is always sideways. So this was meant to be this way. This probably came out of the press book like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's a nice one. Hills Have Eyes, interesting double feature with it.
Yeah, somebody had a reel of The Hills Have Eyes up on Facebook. I got sucked into watching. It was like the camper scene where they steal the baby and kill Dee Wallace, and you do not kill Dee Wallace in a movie.
No.
That is just over the limit.
Mike had a great comment that Joseph Brenner would take these one-word titles and for these Florida Italian movies, because I bet Joseph Brenner was really good in bed
because he was so to the point, Mike.
Yeah, he's like, let's get it done. Whoa, the Tempter, aka Antichrist, right?
Yes,
and Eyeball. Wow, a double shock you'll never forget. You might not live, but you won't forget it.
Yeah, better hope that movie's second so that you can at least see the first feature, The Tempter.
It's playing all over California.
Yeah, and think of how many prints were just in the California area alone.
I mean, that's amazing how many places it played. Oh, little Avco Embassy with Joseph Brenner.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm all about this double feature. This is a great double feature. I could watch Antichrist a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh,
Louisville.
Louisville, and that third feature. Dumb question. X on the Groove Tube's Groove Tube, right? It's not anything different. No?
Sex on the Groove Tube it's called Sex on the Groove Tube, actually. And it's a movie by Sean Cunningham. about a female vampire.
Oh wow!
It
I gotta
had
hunt that
an
down.
original title
Hmm.
that revealed that it was a vampire movie, but
Hmm.
it is a sex film.
Oh, okay.
I think it was rated X when it was released. This says R, so either it was no longer
They may have
controversial enough
cut
to get an X,
or
or
they cut the inserts out.
yeah, or maybe they were never there and it was always
Yeah,
softcore. Who knows?
yeah. Wow. I like that they got a Close Encounters line into Vampire Hookers.
Oh
That's
yeah.
yeah. That's
Well,
pretty
that
awesome.
reveals what year this was. Well, this was
78?
78.
Yeah,
Yeah.
78 is what I was thinking. Yeah, wow. The Bloody Orgy of the She Devils. This is a great. I mean, I probably would go to the left though. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Horror Express at the drive-in.
Yeah.
Come on, you can
Lucky
look through a caveman's eyes and see dinosaurs.
textbook pictures of
I
dinosaurs.
mean, that's why they're like, you know what, we should play that with eyeball because it's got an eyeball scene.
Yeah,
And
that's another iMovie. Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Start your letterbox list now. Wow.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for pointing that out. That one
Yeah.
went over my head.
Yeah. I love it. I love that these play together. Oh, oh, oh my god.
Now I have to ask you something. I'm glad this ad came up. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
a while ago you texted me and you were like, "What movie is He Came Home for Halloween?" Were you
Yeah.
kidding?
I was not kidding because I was like, that is Halloween, but I was like, as we know, like I've had a lot of concussions, so like sometimes I'm like, surely it's Halloween, and you're my grand arbiter of all facts, more than the internet. So I'm just like, I'm going to ask Bill.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm. I like
If you
that
ever
night.
want to know what the word is, just text me and I'll tell you.
All right, good. Grease is the word
Shh.
with
Tell the world.
a double Travolta. No, the one and only is Fonz is in that, right? That's the
I think
wrestling
so.
movie. Yeah, it is. Okay. Up in
Eyeballs with
Smoking
Night
Easy
Child.
Rider. Up in Smoking Easy Rider. I don't like that because like Up in Smoke is a movie that makes me super happy, and Easy Rider is just like a downer, right? Versus like House of
Yeah.
Exorcism and Halloween, cool. Night Child and Eyeball, great. Hooper and Grease Lightning, I guess. Hooper's fine. I watched Smokey and the Bandit the other night, and I realized watching it, I know every word to it because I watched it so many times on HBO. Becca was like, "How many times have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "Probably 900 times."
I've seen Smokey and the Bandit 2 more than I've
Oh.
seen the original.
Man, yes, I'm gonna watch that this week too because I'm in the middle of CBS Late Movie action, Bill, and both of them played on CBS Late Movie.
I thought you already did that.
I do it like every July.
Oh, okay. I thought you exhausted it already.
Oh no, there's over 1,500 movies that played it. Yeah, so it's a good excuse for me to watch stuff I would never watch, like The Anniversary with Betty Davis in it.
This is pretty exciting.
Right?
More Joseph Brenner movies, Shockwaves, and
Yeah.
well, I don't know about The Devil Within Her. I guess it was
Yeah.
his movie now.
Yeah.
And he's the one that put out Shockwaves.
Yeah. Wow. How about that? Shockwaves and Eyeball. Either you're really gonna love this night, or you're really gonna hate it. It's like there's no in between.
Okay, so here's
Oh,
1979, and now this is what most people probably remember about eyeballs that
Yeah.
are played with Suspiria. Ooh.
A lot of
Ooh.
claims here.
Ooh.
A lot of like, you might not live to see, so a lot of people might die before Eyeball's over, right? But if they make the Suspiria, the last 12 minutes might kill them.
Oh, that's true.
It's a lot to get through.
Well, yeah. Actually, the first 80 minutes might kill them because the last 12 minutes are not as scary.
Yeah. Isn't that so? Argento, why did you front load your movie? You made the first 80 minutes scarier than the last 12? And he's like, I'm a fucking artist.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it actually is kind of true.
It is true. The last 12 minutes are like, what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I mean, you know that the last 12 minutes, you can see where that's going. You know what's going to happen in the last 12 minutes, sort of. But I don't think it's as terrifying. And nothing like the opening murder
No.
double murder is going to happen.
No, he's like, you know what? I want to cut a woman's head off of the window, and can we get to it? Can we just get to it? And then get to it. There's a hairy arm out the window. There's eyes. There's stuff. There's a rainstorm. Like, it's just a lot of like, man, I love it. Suspiria is the kind of movie where if you know the people that you're hanging out with, if you watch it with people and they're really literal, and they're like, none of this adds up. And you're like, shut the fuck up. All right, just let it go. Let it go, and nothing. It does not matter.
I love how they hung the laundry outside of that window in Suspiria.
Oh,
like their 90s and slips were hanging on the laundry line,
dude,
hiding Helena Marcus's hairy avatar or whatever that thing was.
I had to get on to the. My plane was at my flight to Alabama was at 3:30 in the morning or 5:15 in the morning, so I had to get to the airport by 3 something. So I had my headphones on. I'm walking through the airport. And of course, the theme from Suspiria comes on, and right when I opened the doors, it was like perfect timing, and it said Susie Bannion. I did like the whole speech, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm Susie Bannion in this going down," and I was like, "I feel so good about this flight now." It was like perfect flight music. I recommend walking through an airport listening to Godwin. It's choice.
You know, some people are saying that woman that looks like Daria Nicolodi in the airport is not her.
Yeah.
I'm really bummed that that's not her.
Yeah.
If it isn't, it still looks like her to me.
I want to think that it's her. Doesn't it make you happier to think that it's her?
She deserved to be in it. It was supposed to be her movie.
I know. I get really upset about that sometimes. Like, it's like literally like from her family. Like, it's like a story that her family kind of, if you believe her, lived through. Like,
yeah.
And meanwhile, I don't know. Oh my God.
What about this combination?
Man from Deep River, Sacrifice. What?
Yeah.
Wow. I love this as a double feature.
There is a title for this that contains the word cannibal.
Yeah.
But I always get those mixed up. It's not Ultimate Cannibal, The Last Cannibal World. The Last Survivor, I think, might be another title. I don't know. I get them mixed up. And it doesn't help that it has most of the same cast members. Yeah. Mimi Lai is in 2 of them.
And there's some scenes edited between them, too.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, when Bruno Mattei did his direct-to-video movies near the end of his life, like the last 3 or 4 from the Philippines, he stole the title of Last Cannibal World and made another movie with that title. And he's like, this movie's confusing already. I'll make it more confusing. Oh.
I love this one.
Oh.
I love when scissors are involved.
Yeah. Wow.
Give me more scissors.
Oh. Right? Everything about this is beautiful.
Suspiria. Of course, this is something you're going to see repeated in the ads we're looking at tonight. I don't know how that happened.
Love that there's so many crazy images in Suspiria. And whenever they made the TV ad for it, like, why don't we just have a skeleton woman comb her hair? And I'm like, sure. Okay. Like, but aren't people going to want to see that in the movie? Like, we'll give them this weird paper mache logo that's pulsating, and that'll be good enough.
I'm glad they didn't show them the rubber bat.
Oh, I like to think that's the same rubber bat that was in Lizard in a Woman's Skin. It has a lot of movies in its career.
Well, Jessica Harper ruins it, so
oh.
I don't think it's the same one.
I always say, don't you think Jessica Harper's like, can I please be in a movie that fat dudes don't obsess about? I'm already a fan of The Paradise, and I'm in this, and I'm in Shock Treatment. Like, can I just be in a fucking movie, like a normal movie? Nope.
I think she should be glad she was in those movies because they're the ones everybody remembers.
Yeah, exactly.
People will still be talking about those movies in 10 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't stand in line for 3 hours to meet her if she was in Ordinary People.
Pennies from Heaven.
Pennies from Heaven, yeah. I actually do like wonderful. Pennies from Heaven, too.
Well, I'm sure she's wonderful in it, but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Look at that little house. It's a house of exorcism.
I know. Scary things happen there.
Yeah.
Poor Elka Summer.
Oh. I was watching a movie, Turbulence 3.
There's 3 already?
I think there are 4.
I didn't know there was a 2.
Just a brief aside. Turbulence 3 is about a heavy metal band that is breaking up and they want to do their last concert in the air. But it turns out devil worshippers take over the plane. It's amazing. And the plane is so big that it has steps between the two levels, like House of Exorcism.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That used to be my favorite part of that movie when I would watch it on TV. I couldn't wait for the ending where she turns into a mannequin. And it was because of that staircase. I don't think I was ever on a plane like that, but I may have been. Like when I was really, really young.
Yeah. It feels as classy as bringing a phone to your table, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to be important to be on a plane like that.
Yeah. Oh, they spelled it right. Suspense, thriller, Suspiria.
I love that they cannibalized other press books for this.
The children should play with dead things to the left.
Is that what it is?
I think, maybe. I don't know what the one to the right is. Galaxina.
No, that's the Orgy of the Living Dead.
Oh, it is. You're so right.
She's like a chained vampire chick.
You got to keep him on a chain.
Well, ask Christopher Lee. Yeah. He had him chained up in the basement in Satanic Rites of Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
Stop him. She's a vampire.
Had he yet become a James Bond villain in that one?
Yes. Well, they were trying to.
Yeah. That's my favorite, the most excited I've ever seen you in the years and years I've known you. We were watching the trailer and you're like, let me explain this to you. It's like Dracula wasn't enough. He had to be a James Bond villain and he has a virus. And you're like, and he's fucking great. And
yeah.
Yeah.
You never thought you were going to see that shit coming from a Dracula movie, but here it was.
Hammer
was going to give it to you. Mm-hmm. And they did.
They did. They're like, we're running out of money.
Yeah.
Please come see our movie.
We're running out of ideas, so here we go.
And Christopher Lee keeps saying shitty things about us in the press. Please. 4 features. 2 cartoons. Bring the kids before Eyeball and Suspiria. To see it, to see the Thirsty Dead and Bloodthirsty Butchers together.
That is a middle finger to the audience. Putting those 2 movies up after Eyeball and Suspiria.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, most audiences, not to me or to you or anyone watching this show.
I think also it's a misnomer to say that they were hits. 3rd hit and 4th hit. Remember that hit, The Thirsty Dead?
That's pushing it.
Yeah. But I think if you or I saw this, we'd be like, yeah, this is great.
Look where we are now.
Oh, man. Greater Pittsburgh 18, Mount Lebanon. All of these are gone.
Oh, yeah. The Twin Highway, though, hung on for a long time.
It is. I actually went to that Sheetz when I came back from the airport, and I was like standing there, and I was like, fuck, I'm standing where Twin Highway was, and I was really upset.
I saw The Dark Knight there.
Oh, wow.
At the Twin Highway.
Wow. This is a nice little ad. I like the little plus. Hey, by the way, a little extra.
Oh,
I love that Suspiria logo. It's like, what's it made out of? It's like a brain? We cut a
lungs?
Brain out. Lungs, yeah, something that's going to breathe. Let it breathe.
Lungs sigh. You know, you can see them breathing in the ad.
Argento's like, what if we made a movie? It's Snow White. Like, no, it isn't. Shut up. Anyways.
So here's what you really want to see.
Suspiria spelled wrong a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Also, Pittsburgh is the most Italian city in the world. They couldn't spell Suspiria right. Come on, guys.
Look what's playing at the Dependable for the 3rd feature.
Oh, Frankenstein's Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
What the hell is that?
Yes. Also, Plato's the movie. Amazing. Right? Probably not even filmed at Plato's. But I love it.
Film Dinner at Plato's.
Dinner at Plato's. How about Toolbox Murders with Suspiria and Eyeball?
Yeah, Suspiria got the teeny tiny print for that too.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
No. Do you know what my favorite double feature here is?
Foxes and Young Cycle Girls.
Oh, that's pretty good. I was going to say The Rose and Magic. 2 movies that in no way belong together whatsoever.
Yeah, they're both total downers, too.
Yeah, they are.
That's a bummer night at the movies.
It's a super bummer night.
Bette Midler was so mean in The Rose.
If you like redheads, good news. You got Bette and Margaret though. So I mean, there's that. I like
So,
that the fish the fish that saved Pittsburgh has a little appearance with foxes.
The Rose was not for children. That's when I
Yeah.
saw it. And
Yeah.
I
Oh
just kept
yeah.
thinking, kept thinking the whole time, I'm like, why does anybody like her?
No.
Like, she's really mean to everybody, and then when she's not mean, she's crying, and she's like, "Oh, I need you. I need them." I'm like, "Well, why don't you stop screaming at people?"
Yeah, I thought that same thing as a kid, and then I grew up and I was like, oh, that's what I crave. So, how did it work like that?
Oh, Sam.
I know. 2 adult hits, Andrea and Liz.
Yeah, those are rated R though, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah.
I have to confess, I don't know what those movies are. I've looked them up before. I think Andrea is from 1968, and Dagmar Lasseter is the star.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if that's the Andrea here. It was one of those movies that just had an image and no stars listed in the ad. So
I like 10 and What Do You Say to a Naked Lady? That's pretty good.
what did Dudley Moore say to Bo Derek at the
Oh.
end of 10?
Who knows?
She ruined his impression of her, is what she
Yeah.
did.
He's like,
He had some bullshit image of her in his head of what she was going to be, and she smashed it. Even though she was going to go to bed with him, he hated it.
yeah, I don't like him in that movie. Now that I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of.
I mean, when you're with Julie Andrews,
Yeah.
for one thing, like, you better like just count yourself ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love her in it. And she's very understanding. How about Susan Anton in Golden Girl?
I know.
In Foxes? That's a car full of, as Jeff said, a car full of guys. And that one, Hair playing at South Park, it's only 10 years old at this point.
I think Golden Girl was peak Anton.
Oh, peak Anton. Electric Horseman. I thought Electric Horseman was going to be like a superhero movie as a kid. Imagine my letdown. And Nightwing. Wow, what a double feature. It doesn't belong together at all.
Yeah.
But Toolbox Murders and Eyeball and Suspiria. I like that.
So I love how you keep saying Suspiria.
Well, I'm just reading it from the ads. Adult Playground is R though at Northside, just so you know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, the other ones, pro ball cheerleaders. Why are you going to San Francisco? To ball, baby. Stewardess Night.
Yeah, if stewardesses are your thing, the Manchester and the Pike in Hartford had you.
Yeah, they fly from man to man all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a bad thing, but nobody knew that at the time.
No, they were spreading VD everywhere.
That's how something real bad happened.
Yeah. How about the Choir Boys and Dracula? Wow.
Mm-hmm. 2 serious films back to back.
Yeah, and then Race with the Devil with Suspiria and Eyeball. I like
Choir Boys was Mario Puzo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a book first. So it was going to be the next Godfather, of course.
Of course. Yeah. How about that Dracula font with that R? Beautiful. The C and the U.
Standard one, yeah.
Yeah, the C and the U having a little kiss. It's nice.
I honestly believe that even just a little bit of Langella is enough to transform you.
I look at Langella now and like, you're like, that was the guy that was Dracula? Like, okay. I guess time is undefeated. Also Skeletor in Masters of the Universe.
I like that Dracula now. I hated it when I first saw it, but
yeah.
I do like the Frank Langella Dracula.
79 was the year of Dracula. That's a cliffhanger, too. Also.
I know.
And Love at First Bite. Dracula's everywhere.
And when it wasn't Dracula, it was Nosferatu and Mr. Barlow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, we were lucky as kids. That was a year for monster. And then, like, 2 years later, it was Werewolf Year.
Oh, yeah. Get ready. It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. Oh, so many. Who are your favorite of the 3 Stewardesses? The Blazing? Well, I think the Blazing ones are the best.
I'll have to take your word for it. Stewardesses don't really do that much for me. I mean, they can bring me a little bag of peanuts and a Coke.
Yeah.
That's all they do for you now.
They don't even do that. Do you think a young Steve King went to the brewer to see these?
I don't think Stephen King would have enjoyed Eyeball.
No.
He was a little too snobby for movies like this.
Yeah.
In fact, if you read Danse Macabre, he says something in there about we have to make sure we stop making shitty horror movies. Or we have to stop accepting shitty horror movies, or that's all we'll get.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Let's not be a jerk about it, Steve.
Lucky for him, we accepted all his shitty novels that he wrote when he was coked out of his mind.
Lucky for him, we accepted his shitty movie that he made when he was coked out of his mind.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Stephen King would re-say that if he had the chance.
Yeah. He was on top of the world there. I'm
going to re-say that. Boy, I'm making a lot of sense tonight. I'm just excited to be back.
Me too.
This is, this is always the highlight of my week. And not that I didn't enjoy myself away, but, it's good to be back. Mm-hmm. Hey, guess what? We have a special performance by Danger Dave from the Stolen Stitches on tonight's program.
Oh my gosh!
And it's one of those things where you have to wait until you see the ending to really understand how terrifying this was that he does in this break.
Oh,
so as soon as it loads, we can watch it.
Also, I'm afraid of all of these.
What, the Stolen Stitches videos?
Yeah. Terrified.
You should be. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to happen.
No.
He stuck his tongue on a mouse trap right in front of me once.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, that is terrifying. And I don't know, should I laugh? Should I scream? I think I screamed. When in doubt, just scream, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Boys, ghouls, and goblins of all genders, Danger Dave here, with a terrifying infomercial. Tonight's presentation is showcasing a mysterious snack from the outer realm known as Phantasm Balls. Mysterious orbs of mystery. What lies inside them, we don't know. Is it a trick? Is it a treat? Is it terror reincarnated? 4 orbs. Let's find out what's inside. Let's see. Orb number 1. We're gonna dive right in. 3, 2, 1. Oh, a juggling ball. Not quite edible. Still, a good trick up to have on your sleeve. 3 balls remain. 3 orbs of mystery. What is a trick and what is a treat? Let's see. Let's try this one more time. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Applesauce. Didn't know they had that in the other room. Okay. There's actually a treat. Alright. 2 orbs of mystery remain. Which one should we choose? Which is the trick? And which is the treat? I'm gonna make this even more dangerous for viewers at home. I'm gonna attempt this act. My eyes shut. Three, 2, 1. Ooh, stolen stitches. We all need those, don't we, folks? And of course, that leaves our final orb for the night. What is inside is the delicious treats. It's a terrifying snack. Let's find out. That is not a treat. I myself. A terrifying name. It is truly attractive. Brave enough to try the edible delicacies of the world. Phantasm Ball. Come to a late night driving. Enjoy it.
Red cape, red hood, red robe, red light. She take your eyes, your eyes. Ooh, she take your eyes. She take your eyes. She take your eyes. Yeah. Red cape, red hood, red light. She take your eyes. 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 Ooh, yeah. Red cape, red hood, red light. She take your eyes. 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 She take your eyes.
Hey, welcome. This is Red Cats in a Glass Maze.
I asked somebody if they were ready. They said yes.
No. This is the Italian title for Eyeball. Red Cats in a Glass Maze, but we're going to call it Eyeball. And it's a drink about eyeballs. Because it's red. Makes you red-eyed. I don't know. It's a summertime drink. What do we got, you might ask? I love Starburst. What if we could drink Starburst? Good news, we can now. Sparkling ice, watermelon Starburst. Love watermelon. We got some salty watermelon. Old Smoky from Tennessee. Yep. And then finally we have some lime juice, because lime and watermelon goes together nice. We're going to put that in a cup and we're going to sip it on the porch. Here goes. Here, just pour these over crushed ice. Pour them in together. Give it a little topping. And just give it a little finger stir. It's that easy. But what's it taste like, you might ask? Does it taste like Eyeball? Yeah, it does. Zuzu. This is a wonderful drink. It is like eating a handful of Starburst on a summer day, except you don't get all sticky. You might get sticky if you're drinking.
You're saying you'll be sticky.
Oh, I'm all sticky already. Anyways, here's the summer. Here's the show being back. I hope you enjoy the movies tonight. Zuzu.
Oh,
Pazuzu.
you got me. Oh, Captain Howie.
Were you scared?
I was super scared. Between that and the stunt, I knew there was going to be a nail. I knew it was coming. Oh,
I know. I did not. I mean, I thought there might be a nail, but I was like, maybe it's something else. No, it was a big old nail.
yeah.
And I cringed to think if it had come down on the wrong one.
That's exactly what I was thinking throughout. Um, hey, this movie has an international cast. You know, have you ever Martine Burchard from France? Right, she's the lead in this. She's also in the Violent Three, Violent Professionals, or Savage Three, Violent Professionals, Menage, Murder Obsession. She did a lot of Paprika. She did a lot of stuff, and then we got
Murder Obsession. I like that.
yeah, Ines Pellegrini, who is from man, I can't pronounce this. Eritrean origin. She was born in Milan, but she's the one that looks almost like she's of Indian descent. There, you can see her running through. After her career was over, she's in Salo, 120 Days of Sodom. She's in a lot of about 14 Italian movies in 2 years. She moved to Los Angeles and ran an antique store and was a major volunteer for uh, folks. Myrta Miller, she's from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
She was in a movie with Paul Naschy. One of them was.
Oh yeah, Myrta Miller's in a bunch of them. She's in Dr. Jekyll and the Alhambra Lobo, and she's in Count Dracula's Great Loves. So yeah, she did those, and then we have Sylvia Solar, who is French but mostly made Spanish movies because right, that's how we do it. She was in tons of stuff. She's in Man Called Gringo, MMM '83, which is Danger Death Ray. Another one. She was in a lot of Euro spy kind of movies, and Devil's Kiss, Cannibal Terror from 1980. So yeah, we have, and Marta May. That's the other one I'm thinking of. She's the other redhead in this. She is a Spanish actress. Um,
She's a
and-
redhead.
redhead, and she became a painter of jazz people. She's in Phoenix the Warrior, End of the World movie. A ton, Seven Pistols for Gringo. Yeah, so we have all sorts of folks from, and Carolyn de Fonseca is one of the voices, of course. She is the voice of Gail, Sylvia Solar's character. So when you hear it, she'll be in it. Of course, like
You can never trust the bloodhound,
yeah,
wolfhounds.
you can't make a Jalo without Carolyn de Fonseca. That's my.
You shouldn't. You
You
can, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You can. You need her in it, and
I don't care if she's still working. Call her out of retirement,
R.I.P.
Unless she's dead. Oh,
She is.
she dead.
How
Okay.
she do?
Never
Yeah, that's
mind.
why her ghost is on my podcast every once in a while. I conjure her
Mm.
ghost to read some things every once in a while, and she makes fun of me every time she does. She always says horrible things, which only makes
Squawk, squawk, squawk.
squawk squawk.
Matahari has to file her report.
Oh man, love her.
I wonder if when people meet Olga for real, they're disappointed she doesn't talk like that. Barbara Magnolfi.
I know. Yeah, and she's probably like, I said that in America. I said S is for snakes. Like, yeah. Totally
Yeah,
true.
well, who knows what she was really saying?
I
I
just
think I think she
wrote.
was speaking English.
Yeah, I wrote about the priest's wife, a Sophia Loren Marcel Mastroianni movie for the site this week, and when they did the Italian version of it, they had them mouth English words because they realized that the English version would play in more countries. Oh, Vivi, how'd she do with the fireworks?
Yeah. She does not like it.
Reggie
Yeah, she
doesn't care at all about the fireworks.
Oh, that's good. I'm so glad to hear that.
I think he went upstairs. He was down.
Vivi gets real anxious.
Oh, one went off today, like a giant bomb went off today, and he was like, huh. Our best firework yesterday, Bill, was the fiery frog. It was literally a frog head. And the eyes and mouth lit up. And I thought, how appropriate, because Frogs is a 4th of July movie. This is the most appropriate firework that we have.
That's right. Did you watch it?
I didn't. It's funny because my brother said, are you going to do 4th of July movies? And I said, we already did the 4th of July movie on the show. We don't need to do any more. Yes, I know Uncle Sam is set on 4th of July, but the divide between quality between Frogs and Uncle Sam is a gulf that I can't even imagine. So, yeah. What are we going to do? Independence Day? We're not going to do that.
No.
No. But
Who
Frogs,
cares?
let's do Frogs again. Fuck it. Right? Watch Frogs anytime.
Well, I don't know. Like I was watching it yesterday, and It is. People really hate that movie, and they talk about what a terrible movie Frogs is.
What?
I don't see it, but
Who are these people?
these people, it's they.
Yeah.
Like they say this and they say that, and you know, it has some pacing issues. I'll give you that.
Yeah. But I also
It,
know you love that. Where other people see pacing issues, you see joy.
yeah, Return of the Living Dead is another Fourth of July movie. Sort of. They
We said
didn't
a
live to
third
see
of
the
July,
fourth,
a
did
third
they?
of July movie. Yeah, a third of July movie.
I don't think they lived to see the fourth.
Oh, but it's great. Red Dawn's another good one. Don't watch the new one, just watch the old one. Um, I like to watch the most jingoistic movies I can for the 4th of July. I put on a little Rambo 2, little
Oh
Invasion
wow!
USA. Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah. Team America, World Police. I put on these movies and I watch them. I think I have this theory that the house from Frogs is right down from Bava's house from, what do you call it? Brain dead today.
Bava?
Yeah, from where the one that you love, the one with all the killings. I can't remember.
Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Twitch of the Death Nerve. They feel like they're in the same swampy kind of place.
I don't know. Like they don't have lizards and stuff crawling around in Twitch of the Death Nerve.
No, there's a lot of lizards and frogs. Blowout's another good choice, Dave. Did you see the Blowout 4th of July shirt that Meth
Yes.
did? Oh,
Chris Erickson.
Yeah, Chris had it on yesterday. I was like, oh.
I loved it. Who did that?
These guys, Meth Syndicate. They do crazy shirts. I bought one of their shirts. They did a shirt for the band Sleep, and it's just a Sleepy Time Bear from the T, and it has the Sleep logo over it. It's like my favorite shirt now. But yeah, Meth Syndicate did that one. They do wild shirts for like stuff like that. They also did an American flag with the bloomin' onion on it, which is the weirdest. They also did a flag of, he has it, the Nicole Kidman video that plays when you go to the theater. They did a flag of that says "Imagine emotion in a place like this," and he has it up in his movie room, which is amazing.
Eyeball will grab you.
It's gonna. I hope everybody lives. I would like to see everybody back in the chat, and if someone's not in the chat, be like, "Are they? Did they?" So please know that you're in my prayers, and that I'm thoughts and
thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers for all of you that you'll survive this. Again, Bill and I are not responsible. If you die during Eyeball, you might not survive. You might never be the same.
It may transform you inside.
It just a
Even
little
just
bit
a
of
little
Eyeball.
bit of it.
Yeah, just a little bit. You put on. You're going to come back. We're going to be wearing red slickers, and maybe only have one eye.
The link is posted on Groovy Doom. It's the last post before this one on the Facebook page, anyway. Yeah. Or you could just go to YouTube and enter Eyeball 1975, and presto, you'll be right there. It's a nice cleaned up version of it too, so it probably has all of the violence intact. I hope so.
I sure hope so.
I hate when they're edited. Like sometimes you watch this, it says, "Oh, here's this movie you want to see in HD," but a whole bunch of stuff's edited out of it.
Yeah,
bummer.
AC Nicholas is going to bring more. Yeah, to finish you off, he'll pour it right into your eye.
Don't
take it. He still has the same bottle too, as if I thought maybe it would lose over the year that he brought it, or the 6 months since the last time he had it. I thought that it would lose some of its potency. If anything, it's only fermented further. It's like somehow, like, he told me the tagline of it is like, "Tonight you'll fight your father." I think that the tagline is, "Tonight you'll fight all of your ancestors," because this thing's going to put you out. Like, you're going to go to hell.
You'll fight everyone around you.
It really feels like you're going to be in a Shaw Brothers version of hell, like with like the neon glow and like just very, very rough. Anyways, I know I'll drink it again. He'll somehow get me to drink it again. Mick, you want to try some of that Malort again? Like, yeah, all right.
Never. The original hole that it put in my stomach, it still hasn't healed.
He's soaking cheese in it right now. And then be like, "Oh, I made this cheese." And you'll be like, "Wow, he's a cheesemonger now?" Like, yeah, I'm like, "Oh no, this is more infused Limburger."
Or fruit.
Yeah. You're like, "Oh, did you see what I'm drinking?" That's what I'm drinking. Is Old Smoky booze. and it has mandarin oranges in it.
No,
And they're
really?
infused with moonshine. Yeah.
I made a melon ball.
Oh, I'm
I
drinking
I went
a
off
melon ball.
track. Yeah,
Yeah, this is of course, you know, you got to have your Turners. So some
naturally.
Turners and moonshine together as one. It's an idea whose time has come.
All
Coffee
right,
aged
so
in malt bottles. That's the worst.
go watch the first feature. Come back afterwards. We'll have another live stream going whenever this movie ends, and we'll have more to talk about. Get set for eyeball. It'll grab you. I'm telling you.